Very good morning, children. Hope you are doing fine. Hope you also saw the video lesson which I posted yesterday, and the lesson is a trip to Andaman. Here we are seeing a family who went to Andaman to spend a summer vacation, and the two children, that is brother and sister, they are in the ship, and they are just traveling. They are just moving around the ship, and now they are just trying to know what is actually happening in the ship. They found that there's a restaurant in the ship, and they are eating different things in the ship. There's a salon where the people are having the haircut. They have seen a few people becoming sick because of the sea sickness and all. They are taking the treatment, and the doctors are giving the treatment to them. So it's a three-storied building, where this building is very huge than the school building. So these are all things they observed. Okay, so now what happened next, that is what we are going to see now. So all of you come to the page number 73, and the last paragraph we'll see once again, right? So the sanitary workers, we stopped at the place where there were sanitary workers, and they were cleaning the toilets, cleaning the floor and all, and they were very, very courteous. Okay, and also the crew of the ship, that is the people who work on the ship, are very, very they never said no to any queries, right? What are the queries they were asking, what are the questions they were asking children, they were answering them very patiently. So that is what they have seen, and the narrator says that they answered all the questions which they asked. So that is how they were giving a lot of respect to the children. It was a third day. Early in the morning, Mom woke us up to show us the magnificent spectacle of the dawn of the sea. After 2 days, we reached the port plane. So it was the third day, and early in the morning, so very early in the morning, right? Mother came and woke the two children, okay, and she wanted to show them a very, very magnificent spectacle, a very good scenery, and she wanted to show the dawn at the sea, right? Dawn at the sea, and how the day breaks at the sea. So now that is what she wanted to show them, and they came out and they saw it, and it was amazing. And after 2 days, they reached the capital city of the Andaman Nicobar Islands, that is the Port Blair. So here, dawn in the sense early in the morning, right? Now the son is asking his father a question. So we'll see what is the question he's asking. Dad, do you have any idea about these islands and the people who live there? So he was asking that Andaman and Nicobar Island. No, it's not island, it's islands. There are a number of islands. So he was asking his dad, and he was asking that, Dad, do you have any idea about these Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and also what kind of people live there, who lived here? And Dad said that I know a little. And Dad said that I have a very, very little knowledge on the question you asked. There are about 600 islands. You know how many islands are there? There are around 600 islands. You know what is an island? Yes, which is covered by a land covered by water on the four sides. So there are about 600 islands, and they are located between India coast and Myanmar. So it is these islands are located in between the coasts of the Myanmar, the country which is Myanmar, Burma, and also India. Okay, in between there are some 600 islands, which we call them as Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and only 37 are inhabited. So here, out of 600, only 37 islands are now inhabited in the sense people lived there, right? They supported the life, so that people lived in that particular islands. Maybe the remaining islands are very far away, they could not live over there. So these 37 islands, right, people, they lived it because it was comfortable for them to stay in that particular islands. They have plant, animal, and marine life in abundance, and out of them 37 are inhabited. And these people, the people who are living in this Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they have a plenty of plant life here. There is a plenty of animal life here, and also because it is a sea, right? Because it's a sea and ocean over there, so there is a plenty of marine animals over there. So they depend on all these marine animals and all the other animals which are living on the land, and also plant life which is in complete abundance. Abundance in sense a very huge in number. We learned that the inhabitants of the islands were the aboriginal tribes. Some of them lived far away from the civilized society. So the people who lived in this Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the aboriginal tribes. That is, these are the people who belong, they are the original people who belong to that particular area. They are the ones who started living in that particular area. So they are the first ones. So they were called as aboriginal tribes. So he said that father said that there are aboriginal tribes. It's the name of a tribe. Those are the people who lived here first, and some of them they lived completely far away from the civilized society. Now ours is a very civilized society, right? If you go and see the people who are living in the forest, they are not that civilized. In the same way, the people who are living in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they are not even that civilized. So they lived completely far away from the civilized society. Despite this, the islands today looked like a miniature of India. We saw people of different languages, cultures, and faith living together happily. So here, despite even that means even though there is no civilization, a proper civilization over there, that means people are completely living away from the civilized society and all, but still you can see a small India over there, a miniature in the sense here small, a very small kind of India you can see, because you can see the people of different religions living there, people of different faiths living there, people of different local places which are in our different states, and all people are living over there. They speak various languages, and also when you look at the people who are living in the Andaman Nicobar Islands, you just think that okay, it's a miniature, it's a small India here, because you can find all the languages, faiths, and different people from different states, and all of them. The best thing is that all of them are living very happily in this place. The best thing is that all the people are living happily in this place. We visited a famous national monument, the Cellular Jail. So, what is what did they see? Okay, they visited a famous place which is the central, that is Cellular Jail. They went to the jail, and now this jail was actually built by the Britishers, but now it is no longer a jail. It is no longer now it is not a jail, but that jail is completely converted into a hospital. So that's a very famous jail over there in Andaman, and it's a cellular jail. It's a cellular jail that is underground. So that was a very famous jail over there, and that was built by the Britishers, and they visited that particular monument. Monument here, you can see a building that has some historical importance. It should have some historical. For example, Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is also a monument because it has historical importance, right? Even Charminar is also a monument because it has historical importance. Now coming to the next paragraph. After a while, we reached an exciting place, the Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park. So after some time, they went to the Marine National Park, right? Marine in the sense you can see all the animals which are living in the water, and the park was spread, and that particular name of the national park is Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park. And this park was spread in 15 islands. There are only 37 islands. Out of them, in 15 islands, you can see they are this park, it was spread in around 15 islands. In 15 islands, you can see this park. Open creeks running through the park area were a special attention. So when you go here, you can see open creeks, that is sea water coming out in a form of a small streams and all. They come onto the land. So that is how it was looking more beautiful. So that was an amazing thing to see at that particular place. We watched coral reefs. So what they watched? They watched the coral reefs. The coral reefs are the kind of life which lives under the water, and they are in yellow, white, and red, different colors, and they look very beautiful. And people, they dive and they go into the water. Okay, they go and they watch these coral reefs which are inside the water, and they're really amazing. And you will get astonished to see the different kinds of coral reefs which are present over there. And in some areas only it extends up to some kilometers, 1500 kilometers. So that is how the coral reefs were there. And they also watched the coral reefs. And also there were fishes of different colors. You know what they watched? They also watched the fishes of which are of different colors. And also sea turtles, like, a kind of tortoise, like a very big reptile, and also they will have a shell on them. So they saw some sea turtles. And through glass bottomed boats. So where how did they see them? So there were some boats which are made up of the glass. So then what they can do is they can see the other side, that is in the sea, right? Whatever the animals are there in the sea, they can directly watch to the glasses, so that they can enjoy and whatever they see. Amala and I cheered the fish and turtles. So when they saw the turtles and the fishes, like, they felt very happy. They enjoyed each and every moment of that. We traveled from a ferry from Port Play to a place called Havelock Island. So now you know what they did. They booked a ferry, in the sense of boat. Usually it takes the people across the rivers. They and even go goods also sometimes. Okay, so what are the materials? You want to shift from one side of the river, or from one side of the river to the other side of the river. Basically you take this ferries. So they went in a ferry to the Port Blair, and from the Port Blair they went to a ferry. They went to Havelock Island in a ferry. They went to Havelock Island in a ferry. The ferries carry people, vehicles, and goods. They carry the vehicles, they carry the goods, and also they carry the people. So there in the Havelock Island, what they ate? They enjoyed the pani puri, they enjoyed the samosas, and also they enjoyed the garam chai during the ferry journey. So as they were going in the ferry, they had the pani puri, they had the chai, okay, and also they had some samosas. So that is how they enjoyed the ferry trip. And now they reached the Havelock Island. Now they will tell us, like, what do you find in the Havelock Island? A majestic lighthouse. So there's a very very big lighthouse which you see in the Vizag, and also which is seen in some of the movies. So that kind of a very big lighthouse is there, and that is the first thing which they saw. So it's like it welcomed them. The Havelock Island, when they went there, the very big lighthouse, it welcomed the people. So we felt as if the sandy beaches and greenish blue sea were warmly welcoming. So the sandy beaches over there and the greenish blue sea, right? And all these were welcoming them to the island. They just thought that they were all welcoming them to the island. And there were some foreign tourists on the beaches. So there are some people who came from the foreign country, and they were on the beaches and they were basking in the sun. So they were staying in the sun and they are enjoying themselves. So they saw some of the tourists also who were swimming in the sea. And there are some people, like tourists, they were enjoying the ride on the elephants. Okay, silky sands, foaming tides, and cool breeze at the sea attracted us very much. So the sand is very much silky, and the foam is coming out from the waves and the tides, and the cool breeze and cool air is also coming out there. So these people really enjoyed each and every moment staying there. And now they had a camera with them. So what they did, they took a lot of pictures. And also they captured all the beautiful sceneries, especially in the Havelock Island. The next is they went to a beach which is called as the Elephant Beach. They went to a beach called as Elephant Beach, and to their amazement, like, they saw some of the people who are diving into the sea with all the glasses and also oxygen cylinders, and they will dive into the water. And now we saw some swimmers diving into the sea from the motor. So they go to a particular place in the motorboat, and from then they will directly jump into the sea, and they go to us up to some distance, and they love watching the coral reefs and also the other fishes which are in the water, which lives in that particular places. So they also carry the oxygen cylinders because they can't directly breathe, right? So that is how they were really enjoying that sea diving and all. So I asked, Dad, why are these swimmers diving into the sea? Dad, why are these swimmers diving into the sea? And dad told that they want to watch the coral reefs. That is what we talked about. So beautiful coral reefs which are present at the base of the sea level, right? So they are really very beautiful, like and also some colored fishes will be there and sea turtles will be there. Okay, so they will go under the sea and they will stay there for some time. Okay, and also they love watching all those animals, and this is called as scuba diving. This is what this is called as. It's called as scuba diving. And the scuba diving, like when he heard about that, his heart filled with a spirit of adventure, and he wished that he could do it, but because he was a very small child, so him father might not definitely don't agree, but the child had an idea that okay, he just wanted to do the scuba diving and go into the water and see all the animals which are in the sea. And the next is elephant ride on the beach. So at last they went to the Radhanagar beach. It was a place with white sand. So the sand was really white and thick green forests along the coastline. So along the coast, along the water, end of the water, so there are some thick forests. And there was a man who was riding an elephant. So he offered rides and payment. So if you give him some money, he will offer some ride. So that is how his sister Amala and also the narrator, both of them got on the elephant. They enjoyed the ride very much, and also they also tasted the tandoori fish over there and all the other seafoods which are in the islands, because already we have seen that there's a marine life in abundance. Very good marine life is over there. So they had some seafoods, they had some tandoori fish also. And now when he remembers, when the narrator remembers about those moments, like his mouth waters, because that is a delicious meal they had. So he really cherished the memory of the great fun we had. I will never forget my trip to Andaman. So he really, even today also, he remembers each and every memory of his Andaman trip, and he never forgets them at all. So that is how the trip to Andaman ends. Okay, children, see you all. Have a great day. Okay, see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll discuss the questions and also the grammar part, meanings, and everything from this lesson. Okay, children, until then, have a great day. God bless.